that friend of mine gave me a book called Red Moon Rising. I had never heard about it in my life. And he told me, please read this book, Maxi. And of course, at first I didn't. I gave it to my wife, and then my wife after 2 days told me, Maxi, please read this book.
Red Moon Rising, when I read it the first time, was one of the best books I've read in a decade.
As a student, I read Red Moon Rising, and I got really excited about prayer, mission and justice. This book changed my life.
And ever since, Red Moon Rising has been changing the way we as Lorette movement in Austria are functioning.
It literally caused me sleepless nights. I mean, I slept maybe like 2 hours a night for 4 or 5 days.
Basically now we are structuring everything we do around prayer and around the boiler rooms.
I ended up moving away from Germany to England, and now I work among students, just seeing their lives being transformed, really by the heart of Red Moon Rising.
We are focusing on God in a new way, in a fresh way, and we're letting Him do the waves, and all that we're doing is surfing on what He's doing, and it's a wonderful ride.
Sometimes God sneezes and this life-giving virus starts to spread. And I think that's what happened the first prayer room that we established. We weren't trying to start a movement, we were just trying to learn to pray because we were really bad at it. God sneezed and it began to spread. And last time we counted, there are prayer rooms in 12,000 locations, more than 100 nations, and we've been praying non-stop for 15 years. I think another time that God sneezed was when someone persuaded me to write the story down 5 years in, so 10 years ago. And honestly, I did take a bit of persuading because I didn't think anyone but my mum would ever read a book about a prayer movement. But actually, it's become a bestseller. It's just bizarre. And it's gone into I don't know how many different languages. And everywhere I go, I meet people who say, I read Red Moon Rising, and I planted a church. Or I started a prayer room, or I started a fashion label, or I launched a music festival. Just crazy stuff, because I think people realise that by seeking God in prayer, we find the vision for our lives. And one of the cool things about this new edition is that I've been able to put new content on almost every page. There's new stories in here, there's new introduction, there's a new foreword from Bill and Benny Johnson, and there's a brilliant new study guide, which means that you could take this new edition of Red Moon Rising and you could use it with 2 or 3 friends or with a whole church to go through each chapter and to go on a journey deeper in prayer, remembering that at a time like this, with the world in the state that it's in, we've been called to pray as never before. And I hope that this can help you to push into prayer and discover God's power at work even through us.